Suzuki Burgman 650 stop bolt saga take about 1,532,432. Um, I unfortunately, going slightly off tangent, had a severe head injury a number of years ago, 23 years ago today actually, June the 28th, 1999, which means that I forget things and I also have bloody speech problems. So I've done I don't know how many bloody takes on this, and I'm getting the practice in now. So this bloody thing, uh, I have now got a collection of these things. I've also got one in the engine in the bike now. So I just thought I'd do a summary of the stop bolt. Friend of mine bought a Burgman identical to mine after he'd seen mine. We've both been into scooters nearly 50 years, and he's getting very similar to me. I've got quite bad spinal problems, so I'd be honest with you, I don't even know how long I'm going to be able to continue to ride this thing. But and he's got similar mobility problems, but so he's bought one as well. As you may well know if you've watched any of the other videos that I've put up, I had major problems with the CVT. It started juddering when I set off, and then I was having difficulty changing ratios and so on. So anyway, if you watch the others, you know what the problem has been. I'm an engineer, but I bought the Burgman because I wanted something to put petrol in, and on a Sunday morning go out to the lakes or whatever if we could, and just occasionally do a service on it and everything. So, but the only thing that I researched on the Burgman was the length of the life of the belt. Because I do know that autos, the rubber band on them snaps every now and then, but they're usually on about 40-50 quid. The cost of the replacement belt on the Burgman did concern me at the time. They are about 400 quid. That's just for the belt. And to get to the belt, every last bit of plastic has to be removed off the bike. The engine has to come out of the frame. There's a million idiot plugs to undo and so on. So it's a big job. It's not something that, in fact, about the only thing that you can do with the engine in the bike is change the bloody spark plugs and maybe change the oil. Anyway, what I'm trying to get to is the life of these things, because the only again I didn't know that these things even existed until mine went bang. I've since had a look on the internet to see what the life of these is, and the only recommendation I can find is that you should change this every 6 to 10,000 miles. Now, I do know that Suzuki have changed the is it the primary pulley returning bolt? It's gone from a short one to a long one, which goes all the way across the engine. You undo it when it's still in the bike. Again, look at one of the other videos that I've done. And I've also seen something about that there's two different types of bolt. Now these are all in 2010 engines, so that if you look on those, there's a number 6 on them. If you have a bolt that doesn't say 6 on them, and this is identical to the brand new one that you will get from Fowler Suzuki at £9, 9p plus VAT plus delivery, blah blah blah. as I say, you need to change it now. But as to the life of these, I've because I've got two that have come out of bikes with almost identical mileage and identical year of manufacture. I've measured them. Now, as you might be able to see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There's a flat there, but also there's another very tiny mark there. That's where the pulley is when it's expanding and contracting, is doing that. Across the major wear on it, you've got your pulley is so look, 7.85 pulley. Stop bolt shank is 7.85. I get there. This one has got, I think it's 0.25, 0.23 wear on it. This one, which again is exactly the same bolt, same hardness, has got 0.45, so it's nearly half a millimetre. And again, if you look, I can't get this to it. You should be able to see that. Let's have a look. Right, you see the other mark there, right? So the pulley is going bang, 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 bang. If you were getting that kind of wear on that bolt, you're also getting the similar kind of wear on the pulley. So what I would suggest, looking at the wear on these that I know have done 15,000 miles, is that my recommendation is that you change these at 20,000, no later. When all said and done, that's the same price as an oil filter. And it's at least as important, if not more so, because of the damage that causes. Because if that breaks, which this has done, and when all said and done, this shoulder only goes into the stop bolt 2 millimeters. 2 millimeters. That is the difference between that one and that one. So that's done 44,000 miles before it broke. But I've had a really annoying rattle on the bike all last year. But what I suggest, not being a burgman expert, but with the experience that I've gained from having this thing break and all the trouble that it's caused, that's what I would say, 20,000, no more. You don't need to do it at 60, 10,000. But don't take my word on it. That's about it, really. The pulley, the damaged pulley that I've taken out the other engine, because I ended up getting a spare engine, fortunately, because I almost scrapped the bike. I'm going to well repair it and remachine it and see what happens. But it then means I've got a spare engine. I've no intention of repairing other people's pulleys, but they are 900 quid. So anyway, I hope this helped, and I think this will probably be the last Burgman video that I do for quite a while. So, all right, cheers, bye.